guys, Slasher Movies 410 back again with another video, and for today's video I'm going to be showcasing my entire Friday the 13th memorabilia collection. So today is actually Friday the 13th, so this video is very fitting, of course, and I cannot wait to show you guys everything that I own that is related to the franchise. So this is going to be a little Friday the 13th special video. And for this video, I'm going to be showing you guys my entire Jason mask collection. I also got t-shirts, Funko Pops, bobbleheads, prop machetes, and my Blu-ray and custom DVD box set. And of course, as you can tell, I'm a huge Friday the 13th fan, and I'm really looking forward to the new prequel series that's going to be coming out. I'm not sure when, but I think it's within the next couple of years. I believe it's in development right now. It's going to be uploaded onto Peacock, and it's going to be a TV series apparently. And I think it's supposed to explore Jason's mother, Pamela, but who knows? We'll see. We'll receive more information as time goes on. But anyways, I'm super hyped to get into this video, so without further ado, let's start. Okay, first things first, I'm going to be showing you my Jason mask collection. So the first mask that I got here is a Morbid Enterprises Jason Part 2 sack mask. I really love this mask. I know people usually make their own versions of the Part 2 mask with either burlap or cloth, but for some reason I was always drawn into getting the latex version because I just really like the way it looks. And it's a mask I've always wanted as a kid because I saw it at a Halloween store a long time ago. I think it was a party store called Party Box or something like that. And I passed on it. So ever since then, I regretted not getting it. And I know the color isn't exactly accurate because in the movie, it was much more white. But personally, I love the weathering and the grayish look that it has because it really just makes it look a lot more dark and sinister. Okay, so the next mask that I have here is a Jason Voorhees Part 3 hockey mask that was made by 13X Studios on Etsy, and it's also displayed on a hood made by another company called Darkside Studios. So let's talk about the hockey mask first. So the hockey mask was very cheap and it arrived super fast, which is something I really appreciate. And I think that the artist did a great job painting this thing up. And the artist, believe it or not, was actually in Terrifier 2, which is pretty awesome. And he's the guy that took a selfie with Sienna Shaw during the bar scene. But anyways, he did a phenomenal job on this hockey mask, and I really love the yellowish color that it has, and the chevrons look great as well. And the mask is definitely very accurate to the film, and I couldn't be happier with it. I will put a link to his Etsy shop in the description below because he has a lot of other awesome Jason hockey masks that he hand paints himself. As you can see over here, I have a bunch of Rick Stasinski's business cards, and I also have an autograph, which is pretty awesome. This is very cool to have, and again, I can't recommend him enough as a mask maker and a seller because he has awesome products and he ships super fast, so I highly recommend him. All right, so I'm going to take off the hockey mask and show you the Darkside Studios hood. So sadly, I didn't have the greatest experience with Darkside Studios because during the process of making the mask, I asked questions about the progress of it, and I got absolutely no responses, which in my opinion is pretty unprofessional. And I also asked about the wait time, and he ignored most of my messages, which is something I wasn't happy about. So I will more than likely not do business with him again. But regardless of what I think of the mask maker, this mask is phenomenal, I do gotta say. Uh, I really like the deformed look that it has. I love the creases all throughout the neck and the back of the head and everything. It's just very accurate, and they also incorporated the hunchback into the sculpt, which gives it that realistic effect. And in part three, Jason had that like kind of Frankenstein-esque kind of body. He had that hunchback and he had his like arms dangling down and stuff. And the part three Jason is my favorite Jason of the series by far. So the next 5 hockey masks were actually made by a YouTuber called Season Slasher 225, who later changed his name to Broken Productions. Sadly, he isn't active on YouTube anymore, which is a real shame because I really enjoyed his old videos. So the first mask is a part 4, and I really like what he did with this mask. I really love the dried up blood detail that it has in the axe wound. It just looks very realistic, and I also like the ripped up chevrons because that's exactly how it looked in the film. And overall, not much to say about this mask. It's simply great, and he did a phenomenal job customizing it. Okay, so the next mask is a part 5. I like this mask a lot too. The part 5 mask had a really clean look to it, and this mask has just that. There are some additional weathering, of course, but for the most part in the movie, it was pretty clean. I also love the blue chevrons. On this mask, though, it is a little bit of a darker blue, and in the movie, it was light blue. But I could easily fix that in the future if I ever decide to. But for now, I'm just going to leave it as is. So the next mask is a part 6 mask. This one is great as well. When it first arrived in the mail, the mask was really curved and it had the shape of a part 3. But what I did was I actually boiled some hot water and let the steam hit the mask, which eventually changed its shape to that classic part 6 look. And in part 6, of course, the mask was just really flat looking. But in the future, I may get brown straps for this mask, but not anytime soon because the nylon straps do the job just fine. The next mask is a part 7 mask. I really love this mask because it is heavily weathered, as you can see, and it has a really burned look. And I really like the battle damage side over here. I also love the dark chevron that was painted on top. In the movie, the mask was more of like a whitish color and it was a bit more clean, but honestly, I like this version even more. And I think he did a great job on it. So the final mask that Season Slasher 225 did is a part 8. Now, this has got to be the best one that he did because in my opinion, it looks very, very screen accurate. Apart from the straps, which isn't his fault, of course, because he did just do a simple paint up for me. The straps kind of just came with the mask. But I really love the look of the Part 8, especially the yellow color it has. I really like the flatness of the mask and the tiny chevrons on top. And I also did the same method that I did to the Part 6 mask, and I boiled some hot water and kept the mask underneath it, which flattened the mask and gave it a more screen accurate look. And of course, as you all know, in part 6 and part 8, the mask was both really flat in those films. So I simply just wanted to achieve the correct look. So the next mask that I got here is a Ruby's Jason Goes to Hell mask. Surprisingly, I think Ruby's did a great job on this mask, and it is pretty close to the one you see on screen. I think that the sculpt is pretty decent and has a lot of detail, especially for a mass-produced piece. I really don't mind how the hockey mask was sculpted on because in the movie, the mask was pretty much glued to his deformed face. The only thing that the mask is missing are the tiny little uh, gray hairs that it has on the back. But honestly, I could just buy some and add that myself with some glue, so that's not a problem. The next mask that I got here is a vacuum form Jason X Uber mask. I am exceptionally happy with this mask because it is honestly very screen accurate and the mold is pretty much exact to the one you see in the film. I am going to be getting straps for this guy and sending it to Nightmare Fuel Studios very soon so he can work on that for me. And I want to get the straps. That way I can either wear it or hang it up on my wall or both. So yeah, I really love the silver and metallic look that it has. And I love the back of it too. The back looks really cool. Look at that. The next mask that I got here is a custom Bloody Freddy versus Jason mask that was made by a company called Night Terror Studio over on Etsy. They did a phenomenal job on this mask. I really love the blood effect that it has. I love the scratches, you know, implying that Freddy's clawed him. The reason why I wanted to go for a bloody look is because I don't have a bloody Jason mask, and I feel like that's needed for a collection. So the final mask that I have here is a custom Friday the 13th remake Jason hockey mask that was actually hand painted by me. I worked on this mask several years ago and I actually like it a lot. I know the paint job isn't perfect and the weathering could use some work, but honestly, for my first ever attempt, I think it's a decent job. And I also hand painted the chevrons all on my own and I didn't use stickers or anything, which was really hard to do, but again, I think I did a decent job at it. I may in the future purchase a new Friday the 13th remake mask. I'll probably go over to one of those Etsy sites and order a good one. But for now, I have this one and I'm pretty proud of it. Forgot to show you, I also got some cheap hockey masks over here. The first one over here is a glow-in-the-dark hockey mask from China. I bought this a long time ago because I actually wanted to convert it into the blue NES Jason mask like you see in the Friday the 13th video game. I'm still going to do that. I just need to get some blue spray paint and give it a few washes, and then I'm pretty much set. And I'm also thinking about adding the purple chevrons, but I'm aware that in the video game, Jason doesn't have the purple chevrons, but honestly, I think it just looks really plain and boring without them. So I'm considering adding them, but let me know if you guys think I should or not. And then this is like another glow in the dark dollar store mask that I got a long time ago. Haven't painted it or anything. I actually might convert this mask into the Jason mask from Stan Helsing, that parody movie. Uh, I think that would be pretty cool because it actually does kind of look like it. I also have this pancake of a mask over here. I believe this is like one of the first Jason masks that I've actually got in my collection. I believe it came with an old costume. It was like a green kind of coat costume. I can't really describe it, but it had a bunch of rips and tears. I'm not sure which Jason movie it was supposed to be based on, but anyways, this is the mask that it came with. This thing is obviously a piece of crap. It's just foam all around. I actually had to add those snaps myself. I just got some Sharpie. It actually kind of stands out a little bit more. But I have no use for this thing in my collection. I just keep it in storage. But I figured I'd show you because you got to start somewhere. So now I'm going to be showing you all of my Jason t-shirts. So over here, I got this really awesome long sleeve shirt. This Jason is based off of the look from Freddy vs. Jason. As you can see, it's got some Chinese lettering around it. Not really sure what it means. But over here, I got this really badass Camp Crystal Lake running team t-shirt. Run for your life. And I also got a little Jason pin here that was made by Nightmare Fuel Studios. And then over here, this is like a parody of Friends, but it has all of the slashers. And of course, you got Jason right there. All right, over here, I just got some cool chains. I don't know, I thought it'd be fitting for the video because, as you all know, at the end of part 6, he was chained into the bottom of the lake. And over here, I got some prop knives. I got this cheap little flimsy piece of crap. No, just kidding. Well, it kind of is. But this is one of those like dollar store knives. Got this a long time ago. I actually like the coating on this. It has like a very metallic kind of look. It has like a shiny, glossy finish. I kind of like that. I've had this in my collection for the longest time. I actually used this for my part 3 costume test that I did a while back. So yeah, I got that. And then over here, this is actually not a prop. This is a real machete. I found one actually in my yard, and it was all rusty and brown. So what I did was I just got some spray paint, gave it a couple washes, and then added some black tape on the bottom because it was just like brown tape. And I don't know, I thought it would look cooler in black. So there's that. Over here, I got a Jason bobblehead that's based off of the remake, I believe. Could be from any movie, but I'm going to assume it's the remake. And then over here, I got a Jason Funko Pop. And then this is the Friday the 13th video game, which I am a huge fan of. I really wish there was a storyline mode, but there isn't, or a story mode. But instead, it's like all online stuff. You could also play offline too, but online is a lot of fun, I do gotta say. The game is very glitchy at times, but it is rewarding, especially when you unlock all the Jasons. So there's the game. And over here, I got these really badass posters. I think I've showed you guys these before, but I'm actually just gonna skip to the Jason poster so I can show you. So I got one Friday the 13th one there. Then if I skip a couple pages, hold on. Hold on. Here we go. I got the Jason Goes to Hell poster right here, which is pretty awesome. And one of these days, I'd love to get these signed by some famous actors and actresses from horror movies if I ever go to like conventions and stuff. So this will definitely come in handy. I also have this badass Welcome to Camp Crystal Lake sign that I got at Spirit Halloween. I've always wanted a sign like this ever since I started collecting. But I couldn't find an accurate one. But when Spirit Halloween came out with this one, I immediately gave them my money. I had to get this for sure. I actually bought it right on the spot as soon as I saw it because I don't know. I just get the feeling that these are gonna like sell out and they're not gonna be available anymore, or they might lose the license or whatever.
And this sign is absolutely amazing. It looks great in the horror room.
The next item that I have here is a custom Friday the 13th box set that was created by me. I did make a video about this box set a long time ago, so if you guys would like to see an in-depth review of it, I will put a link to the video in the description below. I made this box set way before a Scream Factory made their Friday box set, and I took a lot of inspiration from the Scream Factory Halloween box set that came out. I got most of these printouts from online. Nothing serious. I got most of them from Google Images. And the box itself is actually an old box set from an old book series. And this was a really fun project for me, and it allowed me to get really creative. Um, and of course, I have all of the Friday the 13th films here on DVD in this box set. And I love the way they're arranged. And this will always be a sentimental piece in my collection. So last but certainly not least is my Friday the 13th Complete Collection box set by Scream Factory. I absolutely adore this box set. I did a review and showcase of it, so I'll put a link in the description so you guys can check it out. The artwork on this box set is absolutely fantastic, and I love how it has an image of Jason from every single movie. And of course, the sound quality is also very clear, and the picture quality is crisp. And the box set is loaded with tons of special features. And I highly urge you guys to pick this up if you guys haven't yet. And I watched all of these movies recently, and it was a lot of fun to revisit. So, guys, that's going to be a wrap on this video. I really hope you all enjoyed. Let me know what you think of my Friday the 13th collection in the comment section below. And also let me know if you would like to see a similar video to this, and perhaps I can show my entire Halloween memorabilia collection. So let me know if that's something you guys would like to see. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to hit that notification bell, and I will see you later with some more videos.